Hey guys, this is Jam of jamonline.ph. Welcome back to my channel, and today magkakameron tayo ng gaming review of the REALME X3 SuperZoom. So this smartphone is one of the most powerful smartphones right now in the market. It's a flagship smartphone. It might not pack a Snapdragon 865 processor, but we do have here a Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset, which is really powerful. It's last year's chipset, and yet 2020 na, powerful pa rin ang chipset na nakukuha natin dito. And of course, the smartphone is paired with a 12 gigs of RAM, so hindi ka problema sa RAM talaga nito. We also got your 256 gigs of internal storage, and for the display, we got your 6.6-inch display with 120 Hz refresh rate. So, aside doon, meron din tayong 4,200 mAh of battery, and when it comes to charging, meron tayong 30 watts dark charging. So, if you're asking me, is it a good gaming smartphone? Well guys, ngayon papatunayan ko sa inyo that the REALME X3 SuperZoom with the Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset is a good gaming smartphone kahit na last year pa yung chipset niya. The good thing in here is that the smartphone is really affordable. The smartphone is priced at $24,990 compared to other flagship smartphones. This one is priced way cheaper. Some might argue with me na 855 Plus chipset lang yan. Well guys, we got here a 60 times zoom dito. Really amazing. And again, the 855 Plus chipset, kahit na last year siya, malakas pa rin siya ngayon. Actually, even the 855. The 855 series chipset, let's just call it the 855. 855 or the 855 Plus, wala kayong magiging problema dito. Actually, punta na tayo sa ating gaming review ng REALME X3 SuperZoom. So the first smartphone that we will benchmark is Call of Duty Mobile, one of the most popular games right now on smartphones. It's an FPS game. It comes in Battle Royale or multiplayer mode, pero lalaroin natin is multiplayer mode. And of course, para maging uniform tayo, lalaroin uli natin is Team Deathmatch sa Nuketown. So basically, this is yung lagi nating choice whenever we're benchmarking the game. But before that, let's check out the specification, the graphic settings. So as you can see here, we've set it up at the highest settings possible. Again, it's a Snapdragon 855 processor, so it can handle the game really well. Very high, max, lahat is enabled. So time to start the game, and mag-start tayo mag-benchmark once na nandun na tayo sa game mismo. Alright, so nandito na tayo sa game. So let's start using Game Bench and mag-benchmark na tayo sa larong to. So let's see. So we're off to a good start. Again, it's a 100 Hz refresh rate. But unfortunately, hindi natin kaya i-maximize yung kanyang refresh rate dito sa game na to. So, medyo smooth naman siya. Actually, smooth siya. Nakakatulong din yung touch response niya na mas responsive. Kahit na 60 frames lang tayo dito. Yan. So, makikita nyo naman na, okay. So, medyo mabilis yung response natin dito. And gusto ko yung display natin dito kasi okay siya, makulay. Mas kita ko kagad yung kalaban. And again, kahit na hindi siya umabot ng 120 frames per second, nakakatulong pa rin yung kanya refresh rate and also the touch response para maging responsive. So, makikita niyo yung graph doon sa baba. Almost straight line yung nakikita natin dito. Only a few, parang 1 FPS drops nga lang yan. Yan. So, makikita niyo naman na, yeah, there we go. Try natin. Yeah. So, we made a kill. And yeah, the frames per second that we're getting is almost, nasa ano na tayo? Anong range na tayo? Nasa 2 minutes and 30 seconds. 2 minutes and 50 seconds na tayo. And yet, wala pa tayong experience sa malaking frame drops. So, malapit na tayo manalo guys. Konti na lang. Okay, so we won, and that's around 3 minutes and 51 seconds. You can see in here, 60 frames per second. No problems at all when playing Call of Duty Mobile. See, kita-kita nyo naman dito sa graphics. We've set it up at HDR graphic settings. Extreme frame rates, basically up to 60 frames per second. We got anti-aliasing on. We got shadows enabled, basically the highest settings possible for this smartphone. So, try natin maglaro ng arena or team deathmatch dito, and let's see the frames na makukuha natin dito sa PUBG Mobile. And so, let's start benchmarking this one. So, nakikita nyo naman, oh wow, okay, smooth siya guys. And very responsive yung kanyang display. I like what we're getting in here. Very responsive display dito sa REALME X3 SuperZoom. Okay, try natin magpalit ng weapon. Okay, hindi tayo nakapagpalit ng weapon. So, we're using a shotgun right now. But yeah, no problem. No problem. Kaya natin yan, guys. Okay, so try natin magpalit ng weapon to M416. Okay, tignan natin if may changes na mangyayari sa performance natin, guys. Yeah, we just made a kill. Okay, guys. So, nakita nyo naman na kahit may konti tayo action, yes, may konting frame drops, but it is still quite smooth. The median FPS pa rin natin is 59. So, yeah, hindi ganun ka-demanding. And yes, nag-stable tayo after natin mag-sa do not disturb. Nag-enable lang tayo nun. Pero yeah, you can see that the frames per second in here is quite okay. Yeah, let's see, boys. Okay. Talo tayo doon. Talo tayo sa AUG, boys. But yeah, 59 median frames per second, that's not bad considering na okay. May mga konting frame drops, umabot ng 56 kanina. But yeah, overall, parang okay pa rin ako dito sa FPS na nakuha natin. 59 median frames per second, nag-drop to 50. Tuwing namamatay, doon may konting drop na nangyayari. But so far, as you can see in here, happy ako sa FPS na nakuha natin. Hindi ako nadidistract sa mga frame drops na nangyayari. Unfortunately, kanina pa tayo namamatay. We just suck at this game, I guess. Oh, we're losing the game. But yeah, may konting drops na nangyayari tuwing nag-aano tayo, tuwing namamatay tayo. So kita niyo naman kung saan ako namamatay. Kita niyo yung frames. Yes, may drops dun sa frames, but it's not that much. It's not that annoying na may ganong frame drops na nangyayari. Kasi tuwing namamatay lang naman. Hindi siya dun sa tuwing may gunfight. Unfortunately, limited tayo at 60 frames per second sa game na to. And so we're about to lose the game. It's almost 5 minutes already. So yeah, I think okay naman ako. And nakakaramdam ako ng konting heat dito, ng konting warm dito. So yeah, you can see in here that the median frames per second is 59 median FPS. Dahil medyo mainit siya, try natin gamitan ng temperature sensor. Yan. So thermometer. So the highest na nakuha natin is actually 43. Okay? Where is that? May 43 kanina. Yan, 43.6. We got 43.6 on this one. So, it's still not that bad. Yes, it's warm, but it's not that hot considering na naglaro tayo ng extreme frame rates on an 855 chipset. Normally, sa 855 medyo heavy siya sa PUBG Mobile. Nag-iinit yung ibang smartphones. Actually, sobrang init. But with the REALME X3 SuperZoom, hindi naman ganun kainit and super okay naman siya when it comes to gaming. Sayang lang, hindi natin ma-maximize yung kanyang 120Hz refresh rate kasi walang 120 FPS doon. But the touch response is noticeably responsive and okay dito sa REALME X3 SuperZoom. So, try naman natin mag-proceed sa ating next game. Alright guys, so our next game is Black Desert Mobile, one of the most popular and heaviest games on Android smartphones right now. So, iset lang natin yung graphic settings natin. Nakikita nyo naman dito at the highest settings possible. This is the highest settings na pwede nating ilagay dito sa Black Desert Mobile. And we're maxing it out up to 45 frames per second. So, yeah, it's not that much, 45 frames per second, but you should take note that this is a heavy game. I mean, look at the details of that one. Ang ganda nung details na kuha natin dito. The lighting, the effects, the textures and everything. Sobrang detail dito sa Black Desert Mobile. And the fact na nandito tayo sa isang town na maraming NPC and we're running it at 45 frames per second. Maganda yung nakukuha nating frames dito. It's a really good smartphone for gaming. Kaya niyang i-handle ang kahit ano. Now, syempre, ang challenge dyan, how about yung mga kalaban sa labas? Paano na pag nasa battle? Tingnan natin yung frames na makukuha natin dito if it will still be the same. So yeah, nagkameron tayo na frame drops because nag-load tayo, nagkameron na load screen. But yeah, let's see if magkakameron na frame drops once na umano tayo dito. Ayan, so nakikita nyo naman guys, yan, may mga effects na nangyayari dito. Marami na nangyayari kasi may battle na tayo nagaganap. But the frames is not rough. The frames is still at 45, 44, okay? So, nakikita nyo doon sa baba, yung graph natin, yung downward trend lang na nangyari kanina is during the loading. But, right now, na maraming kalaban, na maraming fighting, maraming effects, nakikita nyo na okay pa rin yung frames natin. So, it's not problematic na kahit maglaro ko ng Black Desert Mobile dito sa 855 chipset, again, which is a year old already, it's still capable, almost unnoticeable yung difference niya when playing this kind of game. So, isa pang advantage actually ng 855 chipset compared sa 865 is that more games are optimized with 855 since the chipset is already out for a year already. So, wala na naman nagiging problema so far sa mga games as far as I know. But again, despite having a 120Hz refresh rate, wala tayong 120 FPS dito because limited ng game yung FPS natin at 45 FPS. But yeah, nakikita nyo naman, super smooth, super okay, marami effects, and kahit close-up natin, close-up ganyan, hindi nagpi-frame drops, it's still at 44, 45, no problems at all. So yan, tignan natin, ano tayo, half wounded soldier, yan, so medyo nararamdaman ko yung pagka-warm ng device. Mamaya, i-check natin temperature. Isa sa dapat natin consider is that nakasaksak tayo because of game bench. But, okay pa rin yung temps na nakukuha natin. Okay pa rin yung frames natin. So, nakikita nyo naman, walang frame drops. No frame drops at all. Nasa 3 minutes and 36 seconds na tayo. Okay? Yan. So, despite naka 4 minutes na tayo, 4-minute mark, the median FPS is still at 45. Actually, hindi ko alam kung paano natin bababa yung frames nito. Medyo may pagka-warm. Umiinit yung likod niya. Mamaya check natin temps. But yeah, I think okay na tayo dito. It's already 4 minutes, 30 seconds. And the median frames per second is still at 45. So, overall, wala tayong naging problema dito when playing Black Desert Mobile. Now, time to check out yung kanyang temps. Ayan, so let's see here. So, we got 42, 43. Saan ba mas mainit dito? No, it's the same. It's actually the same. So, it's 44.5. 44.6 yung highest na nakuha natin na temps dito sa Black Desert Mobile sa REALME X3 SuperZoom. So, sobrang okay ako dito. Super happy ako with the gaming performance of the REALME X3 SuperZoom. Now, let's do the verdict. So, you've seen how powerful the REALME X3 SuperZoom is. Nakita nyo naman, we got a really powerful smartphone with an 855 plus chipset. Whether that's 855, 855 plus, and 865. Actually, yung performance nila when it comes to gaming, medyo dikit-dikit lang. I think wala pang dumarating na game na talagang nakapag-maximize sa 865. So, even the 855 and the 855 plus can run the game really well. Okay, so, let's do the verdict. First, let's go to Call of Duty Mobile. With Call of Duty Mobile, we got a frame rate of 60 FPS na median FPS dito. That is really good. But the FPS stability is set at 100%, which means that wala halos na frame drops na nangyari dito, and we really enjoyed playing the game. It's very smooth, and yes, maximum lahat ng settings, max graphics, max frame rate, and we enabled everything na pwede nating enable doon sa graphic settings niya. Okay, so Call of Duty Mobile, 100% super okay. How about PUBG Mobile? With PUBG Mobile, we've experienced 59 FPS with 97% FPS stability. I believe yung mga frame drops na nangyayari is because nung namatay tayo. So overall, hindi ako masyadong na-distract. And again, we've set it at HDR settings. At extreme frame rates, we've also enabled anti-aliasing and shadows. One of the most demanding games si PUBG Mobile, especially pag naka-HDR mode siya. That's why medyo umiinit yung smartphone. Naramdaman ko na uminit siya na konti, but it doesn't get to the point na sobrang init ng smartphone. And again, 97% FPS stability, that is fine with me. Pasok pa siya sa standards ko. And meron tayo ditong 59 FPS. The median FPS is quite okay. Actually, hindi naman kailangan na nasa 60 tayo. 55 to 60, halos hindi ako nadidistract sa ganong median FPS when playing FPS games like PUBG Mobile. Lastly, we got Black Desert Mobile, one of the most demanding games right now on smartphones. Hindi na ako nagtaka kung bakit 88% FPS stability. Yes, may mga frame drops na nangyayari doon, but the median frames per second that we're getting is 45. Overall, I'm fine with it. Actually, a lot of smartphones na nasa 855 Plus na chipset nagkakamera ng problema when playing Black Desert Mobile kasi nga hindi nila ma-maximize yung Black Desert Mobile kasi medyo heavy yung laro. Pangalawa, sobrang init ng ibang smartphones na nagkakamera ng frame drops pag naglalaro ng Black Desert Mobile. But with the REALME X3 SuperZoom, yes, it gets warm, but it doesn't get to the point na sobrang init niya, so wala naman nangyayaring throttling. And super nag-enjoy ako when playing Black Desert Mobile on the REALME X3 SuperZoom kasi more than 5 minutes actually off the camera naglaro ako. Uminit siya ng konti. Yes, no throttling. Maganda pa din yung frames na nakukuha ko dito. Sobrang okay pa din. So yeah, for me, I'm really happy with the REALME X3 SuperZoom. So overall, the REALME X3 SuperZoom is quite powerful. Wala akong naging problema with anything na nilagay ko dito. Yes, it does get hot in some cases, but most of the time, wala. Super okay ako na to the point na we're getting here 60 FPS on Call of Duty Mobile, 59 FPS on PUBG Mobile, and 45 frames per second on Black Desert Mobile. Maximum FPS na makuha natin sa video. That's Black Desert Online Mobile. Anyway, the point is, it's a great gaming smartphone. It's $24,990 and yet you're getting a flagship level graphic settings dito. For example, with PUBG Mobile, isang case na maganda dito is that when you're playing PUBG Mobile on a smartphone na nasa 700 series Snapdragon, most of the time, nasa HD lang siya, wala pang extreme frame rates, but with this one, HDR, extreme frame rates, done, pwede dito sa REALME X3 SuperZoom. So yeah, I guess that's it for our gaming review of the REALME X3 SuperZoom. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, well, now is the time to subscribe. So once again, I am Jam of JamOnline.ph. Thank you for watching and see you guys again sa susunod na video.